Good morning, I am Sylvie de Cristo. I've been a tour guide on the French Riviera since 1984. It means for 38 years. I've been guiding the French Riviera, which is basically from Saint-Tropez and Aix to the west until San Remo to the east. It's a beautiful region in the southeast of France, which includes Nice as the capital, but also Cannes, Monaco, Antibes, lots of well-known cities, and also lots of beautiful medieval villages, such as Gourdon, Tourette, Aise, Saint-Paul-de-Vence, Valbonne, Mougins. There's so many. It's an amazing region. I've discovered it by accident. I was in Marseille studying and I had to pass my exam in Nice. That's how I discovered the city and I fell in love with it. So ever since I decided I would be a guide here, and I never regretted that move. So I've been working here with people from all over the world because I guide in English, Spanish, Italian and French. So anybody speaking one of my 4 languages, I can communicate with, so I can guide with. This is why I meet people from everywhere, and it's a wonderful experience, you know, meeting people who come from the other side of the planet, who are so different. So I learn the culture. Sometimes they come with their traditional clothes, like from Africa, from Asia, from New Zealand. I mean, these are places I've never been to, and I can get to know them through my guests. So it's a wonderful, wonderful experience, and I just love this job. Why did I want to become a tour guide? I think as long as I can remember, I always wanted to be a tour guide because I wanted to speak foreign languages. I was very good in English, Spanish, Italian. I also took German and French, of course. And so my dream was to speak all these languages and to show my region. And so this is why, as soon as I was probably 11 years old, I wanted to do this. And I was very good at it. Since school, I was the first. Each time there was an internship, I was always the best. So it confirmed me that I was made for this job. I studied in Marseille, and then I came over to be a tour guide. What are the qualities that are required to be a tour guide? I would say the main one is flexibility. I always say to my guests, my name is Sylvie Flexibility. It's my middle name, because if you're not flexible, you can ruin the tour. You have to adapt to the clients and not the other way around. Every client is different and unique. So you have to guess what they want very quickly, and I'm so used to it, I do it in a few seconds. You have to guess what they want and go their way. If they want it quick, do it quick. If they want it slow, do it slow. If they want more literature, if they want more architecture, more history, do what they want. And at the end of the day, they'll be so happy because they will say to you, Sylvie, your tour was great. We got exactly what we needed. And this way you will do a unique tour each time, which is also less boring. So the challenge is to meet the requirement of the persons, even if they don't say it to you, and to give them what they want. And that's what I do every day. And it's such a pleasure to have people so happy. And 10 years after, they will contact you by email and say, Sylvie, are you still a guide? You guided us 10 years ago, and we would love another tour with you. And that's so much fun, and it's wonderful to think people did not forget you. Guiding people, I had so many amazing experiences. I can tell you a few stories about that. For instance, this amazing Scottish group, they had quite a bit of money, and I drove them to Saint-Tropez from Monaco, and it was a long drive. So when we got there, after visiting Saint-Tropez, they just said to me, well, Sylvie, this was such a long drive. We don't want to drive back all the way. Can't you get us an helicopter back? So in 10 minutes, I found them an helicopter privately, and we all flew back from Saint-Tropez to Monaco, and they were so happy. So I was really happy to have accomplished that. Another funny story, I had a couple from South Africa, and the first question they asked me is, have you ever been to South Africa? I said, no, but it's high on my list, it's on my bucket list. Well, before the end of the day, I was invited in South Africa in their homes. They had 3, and I got to spend 3 weeks in South Africa with them. It was amazing. They were so generous and wonderful. Just after knowing me one day, they invited me in their homes. It was very special. So these are some of the so many stories I get to have through my career, and every day is a new surprise, new discovery, and I always meet wonderful people. So now we are on Cours Aleya. Cours Aleya is the heart of Old Nice. This is where the people used to meet before, and that's why you find this very important building, which is over here. This is the palace of the Dukes of Savoy, who became the kings of Piedmont and Sardinia. Before, they used to live on top of the hill of the castle, which is over there. But the castle got demolished by Louis XIV, so they had to find themselves another home. That's why they built this beautiful palace, and where they stayed until 1860, which is when Nice became French. So you have, nowadays, what do you have in that building? You have on the top floor, it's the residence of the police commissioner, and underneath, the beautiful piano nobile is used for banquets, receptions given by the city of Nice. So it's quite an official building. That's why the French flag is on top. Now, here, opposite side, is a very interesting place. The staircases you see here leading to the rooftop is where the gentry, aristocracy coming and spending the winters in Nice used to enjoy a walk, because the Promenade des Anglais was not built yet. So they used to walk up there, from where they could enjoy a lovely view of the sea, and also a view of the old city without mingling with the locals, because the lords of England or Scottish aristocracy didn't want to rub shoulders with the locals. So this way they could walk higher above, not having to mingle. Sooner or later, the city of Nice is going to reopen this beautiful walk on the rooftops, and so I hope you will be here to enjoy this lovely place. Cours Aleya has a lot to offer. If you're here on your own, here are a few tips for you to discover amazing views. First, I advise you go on top of the hill of the castle. It's a hill just which is at the end of the Cours Aleya, and the view is wonderful. You can go by stairs or by elevator, and you have a superb view of the whole city of Nice and its bay and the water, the Mediterranean Sea. It's stunning. Another beautiful area, if you have a car, is to discover the three corniches. We have three roads called corniche, which means ledge, and they are panoramic roads running from Nice to Menton. So if you drive them, you will see the famous Bay of Villefranche, Cap Ferrat, which is the most expensive place to live on the planet. Then you have Beaulieu, cute harbor, and then all the way to Menton, which is the last French city before the Italian border, which is beautiful as well. So don't miss that. The three corniches are the high, the middle, and the low Corniche roads, and they are stunning. Now, if you'd like to go somewhere where it's a bit off the beaten tracks, I recommend two places. They are my favorite places. This is Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, which is a little harbor, and it's just so beautiful. The views are incredible. It's very quiet, and everything is top-notch. Another place I love is Valbonne. It's a very unusual village near Cannes, where you will have it's a very different aspect of the French Riviera. It's almost an Italian village built in the 15th century with an incredible warm atmosphere. So these are my heartbeats. I do guide with a van. I'm a driver guide. I have a Mercedes van for 7 adults, and I do a la carte tours. That's my specialty. So if you ever come here, I'm here any time of the year, every day. I'm ready to welcome you and to tour you on my Mercedes van. Very comfortable, just for you, for private a la carte tours. So come anytime, I will welcome you. Bye-bye.